Second, we'll see.
Well, wait, here we go. More room on that side.
The dab. Oh, yeah, that made it in.
I love that. What channel is it going up on Call, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
There we go. Oh.
So.
There we go. Oh, wait. I gotta mute it. There we go. Okay. Sweet.
Gonna eat a peanut real fast.
I immediately got an ad. Oh, I see me. I see you.
All right, I'm gonna listen on my phone for a second to see if it's got like horrible audio mix. And then we'll get going. This is why we do pilot streams, man. This is why we do.
Yeah, seriously. It's asking if I want to add Grammarly to my Twitch while I chat.
I honestly think that the audio is pretty well balanced for the situation.
Pretty well mixed.
Yeah. So, Nostalgiathon Podcast, episode 0/test/introductions.
Woo.
Yeah. So
this is awesome.
This is gonna be a weekly-ish podcast starting in a few weeks. I think we determined that the 18th. I think
the
18th.
I will be back in town on the 19th.
Back in town on the 19th. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
no clue when, but I know I'll be back then.
Okay, so a weekly podcast at some point.
Ish.
Ish. And yeah. Regular hosts will be Noah and I.
Woo!
And then we'll occasionally get some drop-ins from other people as we either need to not be here or potentially other stuff. Who knows? Anyways. Yeah, introductions.
Yeah.
So Noah,
hello.
Tell them about yourself.
I'm Noah Smith, as you can see. This side, right? Yeah, right there. I like to play video games. I should have prepared like a little speech, my own little declaration of Noah Smith. Let's see. I'm 23. I've been playing video games my entire life. I don't really have a specific genre that I only play, unless it's like Mario, Super Mario World for the SNES. I exclusively play that sometimes. Depends on the season. Let's see. I would say that's kind of the games that I play for Nostalgiathon. If you would agree. Let's see, that Pajama Sam, Minecraft, and Fez. Those are really the only. I feel like I played Fez for almost every single one now. Yeah, but yeah, that's me. I don't really know if there's a whole lot else to know. I'm married. It's my wife's desk back there. Her little water bottle. Let's see, what else is there? Oh yeah, she played Pajama Sam with me.
It's true.
That was a lot of fun. We'll play the second one next time.
Oh, dude, wait, did you see the Humble Bundle right now? It's for those games right now. There's a Humble Bundle for
Man, my face is so white right now.
HE Back to School bundle, and it's got like all of the Pajama Sam and Freddy Fish, and Spy Fox, and Putt Putt games.
Dude, Freddy Fish? Oh my gosh, Spy Fox, dude. How much? Let's see. Oh wow, $14 for literally everything. That's crazy. Yeah, well, I have to do that. Get all those games. Yeah, that's. What do you have any other things you think I should say?
I don't.
Other than stop touching your microphone.
Yeah, just here. Let's get this in here. Can it make it into frame? Can it mind? There we go. It's in frame.
It's perfect.
It's beautiful.
We're twinning. Here we go. Let me look more professional.
You and your freaking arm that goes crazy. I'm gonna put mine Blue. Just back out here.
I just thanked Blue like they gave it to me. I got it for Christmas.
Hashtag not sponsored.
But, hashtag not sponsored.
You know,
yeah.
we wouldn't tell you no. We would, you know, let's talk.
Yeah. Email me at please-sponsor-my-podcast@please-sponsor-my-podcast.com.
I don't think that's a valid email. Oh, it might be, but I don't think that's a valid email address. It's certainly not ours. Nostalgiathon.contact@gmail.com is actually ours. So.
Oh, do that then. Send it to the one he said. Don't listen to me.
Or nostalgiathon.com/contact. That'll also give you.
Oh. Go there right now. Also sub.
Just don't spam us. Anyways, yeah. So that's Noah. I don't know. You like?
If you have any more questions, ask in the chat.
You like Taco Bell burritos?
Dude, I literally had I had 2 Taco Bell burritos. Friday. Actually, no, that would have been Saturday at 2 a.m. Delicious.
Well, I am Chandler Wright. I am head of Nostalgiathon, and I also play too many video games. Way too many. 3D platformers are like my favorite, but I don't know. I've been getting into strategy games recently. Deck builders a little bit. So like I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire recently. What's that one by Clay that just went out of early access earlier this year? I don't remember what it's called. Been playing a lot of that. I don't know. They're pretty good.
You've been playing a lot of it. What's it called?
Yeah, no. I can pull it up, but I don't have Steam open. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. Dude, 3D platformers, Psychonauts 2 just came out. Great game, by the way.
We'll be talking about that in a little bit.
Oh yeah. I am also 23. I am not married, but I am taken, as proven by the ring on the finger. / that also prevents questions. Because I'm just all that, right? No, and it's been good. I don't know. She actually just recently moved in with me. We'll see if we can get the cat on stream. Yeah, he's a little something.
Little dude.
Yeah, he's a little dude. But yeah, so I don't know. No, what's my favorite game?
Well, that's hard. Favorite game, like series?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yakuza?
Yeah, it's
followed by Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I would agree, but also it's becoming more and more complicated because I've been playing a wider variety of games recently.
How dare you make it complicated?
No, but I don't know. Yeah, I like Kingdom Hearts. I like Yakuza. I like
Borderlands.
I like Borderlands for the fun multiplayer aspect.
I see here you like Planet Zoo.
You're just on my Steam page right now?
Yeah, let's see here. Apex. Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, 15.
Windows Edition.
Yeah.
Skyrim. So, dude, Faster Than Light. Oh my gosh.
I've been playing a lot of Faster Than Light recently as well.
Dude, it's so good.
It's true. So, anyways, that's who we are. Nostalgiathon, I guess we should probably talk about that for a second, is an event that we put on twice a year for various charities. It's basically just like a live stream marathon of games that we enjoy. We've raised over $1,000 over the past few years to kind of get that going. And yeah, if you go to nostalgiathon.com, you can see who all is on the team. I'm
on there, so go look at it.
We're looking to add a few people for the upcoming marathon.
Ooh.
So we'll kind of see how that goes out. Not dropping names yet because, No
you don't want to commit them on stream.
Yeah, no guarantees. But there's a few people. There's a guy that I play disc golf with.
That sounds like fun.
Apex with who he's very interested in joining for the next one, and so I think that'd be fun to have him on. So yeah,
we need to play more Rocket League together. That was fun. It's like the only time I've ever scored.
Well, you also changed your frame rate from 30 FPS to 144. So
yeah, why is that a default thing? Why is that a thing?
I don't know. Anyways,
it's the same thing for Overwatch. At least it defaults to 60. Just saying.
Just saying. But that's us. That's Nostalgiathon. Podcast. We will we'll update you on news for future Nostalgiathon events as well. Anyways, Noah, what you want to talk about first? We got a couple things that we kind of want to talk about.
So I thought we'd start off possibly with a lighthearted thing with the Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Yes, that is
like what?
Ridiculous.
Why? So when did that meme start?
I don't even remember.
Because it was like
Ultra Instinct Shaggy started.
I want to say like early, like 2018, maybe.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been a long time.
According to knowyourmeme.com, 2017.
Wow, so even earlier than that. That's crazy.
And its origins is a Jimmy Here stream.
Oh, that's even better. That is even better, dude. I love him.
He's great, dude. I watch a lot of his you laugh and the videos.
Yeah, I see that. What a dude. I watched him open some Pokemon cards a couple weeks ago. That was good.
Oh man. So yeah, that's it's a thing, right? Ultra Instinct Shaggy is ridiculous. And apparently he got some, let's see. Yeah, here you can see he got some fun stuff happen with him where he apparently was in a Warner Brothers animation commercial for Mortal Kombat the movie. I don't know if that was like a fan thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute it just to make sure that we don't get in trouble, but like this is what it is. And then he just comes out and he's just like, "What's up?"
Oh, that's so funny. Because doesn't
Instinct Shaggy.
It just looks so funny. Oh my gosh. I love that.
He's pretty nutty. But you know, you do what you do.
Yeah.
You do what you do.
I would love to meet him one day.
Would you? Would you love to meet Ultra Instinct Shaggy?
Oh, I meant Jimmy. You dingus.
Oh, I was just like, it's like, would you like to meet Ultra Instinct Shaggy?
Actually, you know what? Both. I want to meet both.
True, very true. So
I want to stream my Pokemon cards real quick because I brought up Pokemon cards.
Do it.
This was from the I was even gonna show in the glare. How could I? Oh, there we go. Focus.
Rayquaza.
There we go. Got the Rayquaza, not the $600 one, sadly, but
it's big sad.
But still got some winners. This one's like 100 something.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's like a piece of plastic. I still got that Charizard too. That's like $400. Guard that with my life. That was a little off topic. Kind of had to though.
Yeah, but dude, Pokemon cards are crazy.
Yeah. I have a whole. You can't see it. You can kind of see it right here on the stream. This is it's like 3 card decks wide, and it's full. from these past 2 releases.
Ridiculous.
Pokemon but I might go and sell some soon.
And it's the same with almost like Magic cards have the same kind of thing.
Yeah, they were selling out too for a while. It was always very interesting. I think whenever Chilling Reign came out for Pokemon, I think some Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and Magic all had some stuff dropping in the same week. And so at our local store here in Lenexa, Kansas, there was a line for just about everything that day. We were like, oh gosh. Thankfully, I picked my cards up early. I've got an in. I'm in the system.
Nice.
Gotta roll my D20 real quick.
What'd you get?
We're not gonna talk about it.
You get a nat 1?
Maybe.
Oh man. I've been playing some D&D recently.
Dude, I'm about to start a campaign.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're trying to phase out of a campaign right now.
You just need it to just kind of die.
Well, it started last semester and it went well.
Yeah.
Then summer hit and we just didn't do anything with it.
Oh no. Was it because everybody was like away from each other? Yeah. Okay.
And it hit a point where I was like, well, it feels stagnated anyways. Like looking back, it was very not like it was enjoyable and it was fun, but the story wasn't terribly interesting. And so I wrote a one-shot, which is longer than a one-shot, to fade us out of it.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's more like a 2, maybe 3 shot to get us out. But I like it. Although that being said, I apparently got made fun of for NPC dialoguing.
No, there is no shame in that.
But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
How dare they? I see here in the chat, Rooster is asking, when did Pokemon cards get so popular? Remember doing them in 2016, 2017? And no one bought them. I would say it was definitely during 2020, whenever everybody needed something to do. I noticed it get I think at the height of its most popular time was during Vivid Voltage with the big rainbow VMAX Pikachu, as well as oh, you know what? Shining Fates had the Charizard, and I think that was before Vivid Voltage. So probably, I would just say 2020 because that's when a lot of the more expensive cards were out and about.
Yeah, well, big YouTubers around that time started Pauls started doing stuff with it, and that kind of.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, Logan Paul did a whole thing about Pokemon cards and opening up stuff and giving them away.
Oh, cool. You know what? I did see that. He had a super expensive box.
Mm-hmm. And so that kind of made it blow up for a little bit. So
at our local shop here, they have a box. It's an original fossil box, and I think it's $24,000 for that box.
Can I have it?
I asked them last time if I could see it, and they just said no. I was like, do I not look worthy? I know their answer. It's no.
Yeah. You're not worthy of the fossil Pokemon.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's fine. We don't have to keep talking about it.
But
it's gonna make me cry over here.
Man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got $15. Take it or leave it.
$15 for what? What do you want?
The fossil cards.
I'll give you this card for $15. Oh.
Are you finding just a ripped in half crappy card?
I'll give you this Suicune. Is that even in frame? I'll give you this Suicune for $15. Oh, the fossil box. Okay. Well, what about that Suicune? Offer's still on the table.
That Suicune's probably only worth like what, $2?
I had it pulled up the other day. I think it's like 8.
Oh, well, that's decent.
Yeah, you're not too off. You're not too off.
Anyways, man, should we go next topic?
Yeah, next topic. What were you looking to move towards?
I think we'll go into Psychonauts and we'll hit up the other one, the Twitch last, and kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I have the Psychonauts 2, the inverse link. Is that the one that you went with?
The inverse link.
Yeah, if you Google like what the topic is, it's like the first thing that pops up.
Yeah.
But you also have firsthand experience with this.
Yeah, I have firsthand experience. I was honestly just going to pull up an image of what the warning is.
Please do, because whenever I Googled it, it never popped up. So I want to see it.
Let's see if I can
microphone
in a resolution that's not horrible.
Not 480p.
Yeah. You know what? 40p will do.
Sorry for staring straight at the camera. It felt like fun.
Please nothing autoplay.
Autoplay is the worst.
Yeah. So this is what the advisory is, and it's basically just describing some of the content that's in the game. So like PTSD, panic attacks, anxiety, various mental health issues, things that affect real people and can bother real people, right? As well as people who have dental phobia, which, by the way, I don't have dental phobia, but that level is creepy. And they're just like, we present them in a lighthearted way, but it can still be distressing. If you feel distressed or you need help, here's a link. And I think that them putting this before the game, I have mixed feelings on it. So I appreciate it from the perspective, like, my girlfriend has depression, my mom has depression, my sister. I know a lot of people have depression. And severe depression. I have met a few people with PTSD, stuff like that. So it's just like, I get it. And so I appreciate the fact that it's here for those people where this can be something that is extremely triggering, right? Yeah. Because I've been through moments of the game, and yes, it's all in a comical manner, but sometimes it hits hard. Yeah. And I haven't beaten the game yet, but like I have gotten through enough of it to kind of know why this warning is here. And so I appreciate it from that perspective, but at the same time, it's the same reason I don't read game reviews anymore before playing a game. Like I don't read them, right? I'll look to see if there's general consensus on if a game is good or bad, but I won't read the details, because if I read the details, I will look for those good or bad things, and they'll sway my personal perspective on the game. Yeah. And so I begin to look for these things in the game now. Which, in this case, in this game, it helps a lot because you notice them more often, right? You don't just skip over these things that exist in the game that are put there for a reason. But in other games, it might be like an inconsequential thing with the character. Yeah. Or so I had mixed feelings on it for that reason. And that's a personal thing. I feel like if I were to be told these should go in every game or in no game, I would say every game, without a doubt. Yeah. Because they're like personally, if I could say I don't need to read this, I would, because I don't need to read it. But there are many people out there who do. And so I think that it's a very positive thing that it's there.
I found it to be very similar to like photosensitivity warning. Yeah. Like that doesn't affect me, but it affects somebody. So have it all the time.
Yeah, I don't need to read it because it does not bother me. But there are people who it does affect.
Yeah.
And in a similar way, Superhot, which is it started out as a non-VR game, but eventually got transitioned to VR, and I think that's where it is most either known or appreciated is in the VR version. And it's a very cool VR game, a lot of fun. There is a moment in the game where there are no enemies to beat, and the game forces you in VR to point a gun at your head. And they removed that from the game 2 years after its release in VR, but they removed that scene from the game. They had another toggle in the game at one point that I was like, I think it was like remove. I don't remember what the phrasing was, but it was basically just like it was a censoring of certain controversial scenes.
Yeah.
But they just straight up removed that from the game. And when I was reading comments on it, I was reading all of these comments that people were posting, and I was just kind of shaking my head like, you guys don't understand. Because, yeah, it's a VR game. Yes, everything is crystal. You know, it doesn't look like a... it doesn't really look like a big deal, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look like GTA 5.
Yeah, it's very much a non-realistic looking game. Everything is low poly. Everything is in slow-mo most of the time, so it's very obvious that you are in VR. But it's a very different experience than when you're just playing a 2D game and playing a VR game. So if you're playing a 2D game,
you have to think about it.
Yeah, like if you're playing a 2D game like GTA and you're playing GTA Online, and there's an option in GTA Online, and I think it's called the easy way out. They might have changed the phrasing on that.
Oh, yeah.
And basically, your character pulls out a gun and kills himself. And in GTA, that's a disturbing thing for some people, I am sure. But it is a 2D game. There is no physical act on your part of committing this. In VR,
it's also kind of hidden too.
Yeah, it's hidden. It's under menus and things like that.
Yeah.
In VR, when you're forced to do that, that's very different. Because like you have to actively go through those motions, and that whether or not it looks realistic or feels terribly realistic, you know, you're holding a controller that at the end of the day has a grip that feels like a weapon. You have to aim it at yourself and pull the trigger. Now, for me, and I'm sure or I would assume, I guess for you, knowing you, Noah, that is not terribly bothersome. Like it's definitely a scene that we could get past, and it's like, all right, we'll figure it out. And it's one of those things that's just like, oh, that was an interesting little thing that they put in the game.
I remember doing that I remember doing that level. But I also, like, prior to doing so, I remember playing and thinking, like, because once you beat a level, you're like, okay, cool, next level. I remember after beating that level, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. It just kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for it. It was like a shock factor.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that it is with most players. But there are many people out there who have very and this is the best word that I can. I hate using this word because it's turned into a meme.
Yeah.
There are people who have very sensitive triggers for their mental health.
Yeah.
And if you are someone who has depression, who are playing video games, you like VR, and you're playing Superhot, which up to that point doesn't seem like a terribly in-depth story game, in-depth mental game.
Yeah.
Right? It's a first-person shooter puzzle game at the end of the day, really.
The only time it ever really gets in depth is like once you get to like the final level.
Yeah, and then you start realizing oh, like this is what happened in this game.
Yeah.
But in the game when that happens, right, and you're forced to do that, all of a sudden it goes from this is a lighthearted experience to some people it could be a potentially it's a hazardous experience, right? It's no longer something that's enjoyable. It's something that can potentially trigger some kind of mental experience, right? That is different than just it's playing a game.
Yeah.
And so when I was reading through comments that are just being like, wow, the developers are a whole bunch of, insert expletive here. Why,
Yeah. Like these babies don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, well, first off, one, they made the game. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Two, they didn't have to make the game. Like, they didn't make it for you specifically.
Well, and building on your first point, they made the game. They can take whatever they want to out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And sure, it's been 2 years after launch. A whole bunch of people have seen it and played it. But if the goal is that more people play the game, because VR is still an upcoming thing, right? It's still
that's true.
It's not super mainstream. The Quest 2 is like the biggest mainstream device.
I don't even have a VR headset.
Yeah, and you're a tech nerd, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
Like, the fact that you don't have one is like, it shows just the fact that it's really not everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't even have the room for it.
Yeah. It requires space. It requires, unless you're using a Quest 2 and plan to only do the devices on the Quest 2, it requires other hardware like a PlayStation 4 or 5 or a powerful PC.
I can't even use that. I don't have a Facebook.
Yeah. So it's so wanting more people to play the game by removing these scenes that could potentially cause issues, right?
Yeah.
Is a big thing. And so I don't mind developers doing that. And their statement on it was like, hey, it's been 2 years since we've launched this. We've grown a lot as a company. We've seen people playing it. And we've heard certain feedback. And we've determined that it was insensitive and inappropriate for us to put this in the game. And we want to remove it.
Yeah.
It's our game and we can do that. Which I would agree in that case, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it was someone like... If they were to say, we're removing an entire chunk of the game, I would go, hold up, I paid for this game. I want all of it. This is a single 10-second level. In the game.
That doesn't really add anything because it's not like a story.
Yeah, the only thing it adds is a shock value to the player.
Yeah, the story of Super Hot is honestly what you make it to be.
Yeah. And so it's very... The people who are basically just saying, like, the developers are dumb, they're this, they're that. I'm just like, guys, like, I get not everyone has experienced and not everyone is close to people who have mental health issues, who have things that they have to work on. And who have these kind of experiences with these kind of games, but like, as someone who wants to be a game developer, who has a degree in it, and who enjoys video games in general, I want as many people to be able to play as many different games as they can.
Yeah, I equivalent it to like for my job, I have to do things that are ADA compliant. Such as, so sometimes we have to hang a TV an extra 2 inches due to someone having, like, being in a wheelchair or this and that. Like, those things are set in place so that everybody's able to, like, kind of be safer, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah.
So if we're able to make, like, it's easy to not add something to make something more accessible for everybody. And we want it to be accessible to everybody.
Yeah. And
so why not?
Looking back to the chat for a second, I see Pantsu posting a few things. And so basically what they've said is he's on the middle, he or she, they are on the middle of this too. They don't mind it too much. But they can see the warning is spoiling something. And
that was the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, and Psychonauts 2, it's not, because I think you know what you're getting to with this kind of game. It's a game literally about jumping into people's brains.
Yeah.
But and Rooster says the media is allowed to make you uncomfortable, but should be able to warn people and ahead of time. And I agree with that. It should be allowed to make you uncomfortable, and that's perfectly fine. A lot of media is designed entirely around the purpose of breaking that comfort zone, making you feel uncomfortable with the situation. That's shock news, right?
Yeah.
That's shock media, and that's it exists. But having a warning beforehand, I agree, is something that should also be allowed.
I was going to say it might be easy to just include that kind of thing on the box before people buy it, but a lot of people are switching to digital media. Like, I'm not about to pop a disc into my PC to play Psychonauts 2.
And how many people read the disclaimers, right?
How many people read the EULA?
Yeah, no one reads the user agreement.
I'm sure there's thousands of dollars for someone to claim in that.
Yeah.
It's just waiting.
Well, yeah, there was a story of some game that was published on Steam, and in the EULA, there was it was on page 200 or something. It was just like, if you email this with this line from this page of the EULA, I will give you $1,000.
Yeah.
And it took someone 8 years to find
that. It was years after it came out. So I think it's too easy to include it, and if someone doesn't read it, of course, that's on them. But I think it would be safe to say we should encourage inclusion.
Yeah. Accessibility. And accessibility ranges beyond just physical, right? So there's accessibility settings in game for things like colorblind and subtitles, closed captions for people who are
I have to read subtitles for every single game because I can't hear anything.
Well, and there's also in a great case in point was Naughty Dog and how they have button mashing QuickTime events. They implemented a feature that was basically just if you don't want to do that or incapable of doing so, just hold the button down. And if you're incapable of doing that, we'll have an option for you to skip it.
Yeah, exactly. Like with Microsoft's
the big accessibility pad, right?
Yeah, that's amazing. Or I follow this account on Instagram. It's like a charity account. It's called Able Gamers.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I just love seeing their stuff. It's crazy. Whenever I was doing development and stuff, because I went to school for coding and stuff for websites and computer science. I really wanted to be on the side of coding devices for people with disabilities so that they can use websites better. But I realized that is a very you would kind of have to create the next sliced bread because a lot of the technology there is already pretty good. But I mean, I still want to try. I lost my train of thought because I started reading chat. Basically, if we can create inclusion for everybody on that aspect, we include inclusion for people with physical disabilities, I think it would be worth the effort to put it for people with mental disabilities and people that just need help with their mental health.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing is I'm mixed personally, but if I were to be told all games should have this or no game should have this, I would say all games, period. End of story.
Yeah.
Because that allows more people to play it.
Yeah.
Because just because I don't need it doesn't mean other people don't. And then that's my summary of that, right? And that works for all accessibility things.
And it could be something, honestly, that could be put forth by ESRB.
Yeah.
So just after they review your game, they let you know if this is something that you would need to include at the beginning. Or if your game is rated, actually, I feel you can still get under the radar with that. But like,
yeah,
I personally don't think that like games like, I'm just looking at my desktop. I don't think Minecraft would really need that. But games like Celeste, that's rated whatever. I almost said G. That game's rated G. Whatever that game is rated, like
I'm not sure it's actually specifically rated. It might be like E10 or something.
Yeah, I feel like in that case, but just kind of like Pansu just said, it's complicated. Us right here, right now, we're not going to figure it out on our own, but it's definitely good to bring it up to get people like chat thinking about, to get people thinking about it.
Like I said, like Naughty Dog has done a great way of doing it, and it's just a setting, right? It's not forced.
Yeah, it's a simple setting.
It's a setting, and other companies are doing that as well, and so. And yeah, so I agree with the statement as well that there are games that exist that use some mechanics integrally. And,
yeah, exactly.
And just because some people and I get that.
Like vibration with Fez, like you wouldn't be able to 100% the game without that.
And so like I agree with the fact that there are some games that you have to have stuff, and those are fine, but they should not be every game, and they should not be the big blockbuster games, right? The big blockbuster games that are being sold, I feel like, should have the ability for everyone to play them under options at the very least.
Yeah, Rooster, I was literally just thinking that too. It could be a setting specifically on your console that, and gosh, how easy is that for them to implement? Like,
and I would say by default, it should always be that all of the disclaimers show up on the console. Because trusting people, and this is going to sound mean, but trusting people to go into a settings menu and look for this kind of thing.
Dude, no, that's not being mean at all. Trust me. I working in like an IT world, that is not mean at all, because you would be surprised. And honestly, it should be something that is set up during setup.
Yeah.
Like you set up your console, they ask if you want this setting. If no, then well, you said no.
Yeah. So I don't know. And it's difficult because it's not a one size fits all situation.
Oh, for sure. That's why I brought up games like Minecraft versus Celeste.
So, but I feel like the big blockbuster titles, right, should have it at the very least.
Games that like everyone's going to.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Everyone's going to play.
So. Yeah. So those are kind of my thoughts on it. It's just it's that. Anyways, should we move on?
Would you? Well, just to end it real quick, would you suggest the game?
Would I suggest Psychonauts 2?
Yeah.
Yes, it is very good. I enjoy it.
Okay, I'll play it then, because it's Game Pass, I believe.
It is on Game Pass, both the first and the second.
So. Oh, sweet! I'll play the first one.
So, I don't know how good the PC port of the first one is. I know that when I tried to play that a while back, it had some weird controller issues, but they might have fixed that.
I'll just play it on Xbox.
So.
On one of the Series X's.
Yeah, that's true. You have those. So, no, good game. I enjoy it. Anyways, next topic. Moving on.
There we go. Why is it gotta be dark mode? I'm just switching to this. That's perfect.
Is there something you wanted to jump to, or should we jump over to the
I had a small one real quick that I just wanted to ask your thoughts on.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to do with chip shortages. Like, what are your thoughts on chip shortages?
Well, the Doritos have no. So
I'm a big Lay's fan.
Yeah. It's rough, right? And I feel like yeah, the scalpers. I agree with that one. I don't know. When it comes to the actual shortages part of it, it becomes difficult because it's a manufacturing limitation at this point.
It's nothing that we could help.
And also the sheer amount of demand for stuff that requires them.
Mm-hmm. And it's like the mindset of like people are like, I won't be able to get this, so I might as well go ahead and get it. And since I did so, now I'm going to sell it for $50 billion. Yeah, I haven't had a Pringle in forever.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you think about TSMC raising their prices by like 30% next year?
Oh, whoa, what?
Yeah, like 15% on their newer processes and like 30% on their old processes.
Why?
Because there's a ridiculous shortage, and so they have to, and they're gonna rate they want to increase their profit margins.
Yeah, I mean they probably missed out on so much.
But also there's a ridiculous demand, so they're gonna just like,
man, that's sad.
Prices, I know.
Let's see here.
So the price increase to an extent is not going to go away.
Yeah. And it'll probably be that way for a while.
Yeah.
Just kind of have to live with it. Wow, that's crazy.
So, anyways.
Wow, so like everything will go up, really.
Yeah.
So like cars, and really cars is like the only one that came to mind immediately.
Well, and cars won't go up terribly because the chips on that are an inconsequential price for the car itself. Unless you're getting something like really high end.
Yeah, my Bugatti.
What are cards? Car, C-A-R-S, like drive.
Yeah, my Bugatti. Oh, you said cards?
I didn't say cards.
Oh, I thought you said cards.
No.
Well, I still would like to get a 30 series so that I can use, G-Sync compatible.
Yeah. Oh no, I have created confusion a little bit, but I think it's just because audio fun stuff. It sounds like we said cards.
Oh! I now understand. Okay, her confusion confused me because I didn't read chat to see what you were talking about.
Same thing here, Rooster. Is we have there's a relative car shortage. Everything is more expensive.
The vehicle that I drive is from 2017, and it's worth like this. She just disappeared. It's worth like over what we paid for it. Oh, Pantsu, if you could send that, I'll just DM me. I'll send you the address. It seems that your 3080 is broken, and I have to fix it for you. So, if you don't mind doing that.
Yeah, I have a 3080 too.
I'm still waiting for that 3090 Kingpin.
I don't think you're gonna be able to get one of those.
I'll wait for the 4090 Kingpin. They finally bring a Kingpin back, and I can't get it.
Yeah. So.
Big sad.
The chip shortage is aggravating.
It's aggravating, but it's not like...
We can't do anything about it, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop buying stuff, That's basically the only solution is we as consumers stop buying things.
Yeah, exactly. Like, once we're able to, honestly, Nvidia should just pull an Apple and just buy their own chip manufacturer.
I don't tempt them, man. That being said, it would take them like another 5 years before they can even do anything with it.
Yeah, honestly. How long did it take them to buy Mellanox?
How long has it taken them to buy ARM?
I don't even want to talk about that right now.
Yeah.
Too long.
Yeah. Anyways, any closing thoughts on that topic, Noah?
What do you think? I want a new graphics card.
I feel that.
How do we think we fix the scalper situation?
You wait it out. You stop buying stuff from them.
Yeah, honestly, if everyone were to just stop buying it, eventually they'll feel like they've already lost their profit. So then maybe they'll just sell it at retail.
Yeah, it's like individually, you can't do much. It would be like if everyone just stopped buying stuff.
Exactly. Like I've given up on trying to buy a PS5.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Pantsu, it is scalping in many countries for certain things is actually illegal, but there's no way to really enforce it. It is actually illegal for certain types of scalping. It's very hard to regulate and very hard to pursue if something happens.
Yeah.
So, anyways, move on.
Question? Yeah, I think it's a good time to move on.
Cool. This past week, I think it was on
that Friday?
I thought it was
Wednesday. It was Wednesday. I'm sorry. I misread it. I thought it was on the 3rd.
So yeah, it was on September 1st, which was last Wednesday. There were many channels, quite a few who I actually watched, said we're not streaming today because Twitch has had a problem for a while, but it has escalated quite a bit recently, of people either creating bot accounts or banding together to create a group of people to raid channels generally of minorities, and just saying horrible things and spamming the chat and making it and like follow botting basically to make it basically impossible for this person to continue streaming without putting it into sub-only mode. Follow-only mode only does so much, right?
Yeah.
Because in follow-only mode, someone can just follow.
Yeah, exactly.
There's only so much that you can really do with that situation. And it's been a huge issue, and people have been throwing around ideas on how to fix it and prevent it from keep on happening. But basically what happened is the other day, a whole bunch of streamers were basically just like, we're going to just not stream today. That doesn't sound like it's like, okay, well, but there's still going to be streamers and stuff like that. If big name streamers do that, that is a huge amount of ad revenue for Twitch that just disappears for a day. And so it's not going to like cause any immediate change. But when Big Daddy Amazon, sees that their Jeff Bezos bucks aren't coming in at the speed that they want them to for that month because people have just stopped streaming.
Yeah.
They'll say, what's the problem? And then they'll try and do something about it. I would, at the very least, I would hope. They've done it with a few other things in the past. Hopefully their solution is not just to force more ads down people's throats, because that's what they have done as well. When they've seen their revenue not in, they basically just say, we'll put more ads on it.
Yeah. We just need to resurrect Mixer.
Simultaneously with funny. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen.
Simultaneously with this, on Wednesday, it announced that I think Dr. Lupo and Tim the Tatman are now exclusively signed with YouTube.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
I
Okay.
think that
I didn't know
was
that. I
also
didn't see
announced
that.
on Wednesday. They
Well,
posted that.
crazy.
It might have been on Tuesday, but basically,
Wow.
it became a thing, right? And
Yeah.
I wish people would just stop being
Mean.
horrible on the internet,
Yeah,
right?
it's like,
And it's one thing.
yeah.
It's I don't know. It's one thing when people are just like relatively inconsiderate, right? Or there's one person
Hmm.
who's just a jerk.
Yeah.
It's a completely different thing when they use some kind of influence or create bots, right? To
Yeah.
just come in and do these horrible things, right?
Hmm. It's just sad because it's like honestly, it takes no energy to like just do nothing.
Yeah.
Like all of that energy to like create bots and stuff, like
Just don't do it.
honestly, just wasted a bunch of time. Not only did you waste your time, but you wasted someone else's time.
Yeah. Well, and the problem does come down to what Pantsu said is that there is someone like found a list of a lot of the bots, right? It is
Yeah,
several 100,000 bots.
that's ridiculous.
And the special report feature is a great idea, but the problem is that will get abused,
Exactly.
and that's so it can't be an immediate thing. The couple suggestions that I've seen floating around on Twitch are like there needs to be 24/7 staff specifically there
Yeah,
on a kind of report feature for this
yeah,
to do that.
yeah. So like, whenever CS:GO, you could, if you had like the top rank, you could watch like people's submitted videos or like submitted requests on plays to see if someone's hacking or not.
Mhm.
I feel like, you know, get some of your staff that already works on the report team, have them do their job.
Yeah. So it's just like people need to stop being
Yeah.
buttholes on the internet.
It is easy to say like do your job. I know they're probably really stressed right now trying to figure out what they need to do. So, you know,
Yeah.
they're well, I don't know if they'll figure it out, but I certainly hope that they're trying.
Something will
And
happen. It may not
yeah,
be a good thing. It might just be
yeah,
Daddy
exactly.
Amazon says, "Give us more Bezos bucks," and drops another ad campaign or something.
Yeah, Pandu, that's why I said it is easier said than done. And you can't have them moderate everything, but you definitely can try and put some sort of system in place. I don't know what
Yeah.
that system looks like. It's not my job to figure it out, but we everybody can come up with a suggestion or two.
Yeah.
They literally they had the entire internet trying to come up with the new PogChamp emote. They can definitely have everybody else try and come up with a way to block out the haters.
Yeah. So it's uh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We need to protect our precious peoples instead of spreading hate,
Yeah.
and maybe do something about hot tub streams. I still see way too many. Just kidding.
Yeah.
That's how some people make money. Maybe we should
I
have like
uh,
is there a way to have like certain things not suggested to you?
I don't know. Um Yeah, Panzu, that and this is very true. The reason that was I don't think they explicitly said that this was the reason, but this was the implied reason for it. is it would allow easier targeting of these people in bad ways. And I think the big thing is, so there's a recommended for you feature, right, built into Twitch, but the recommended for you basically only looks at the streamers that you have watched and the games that you have watched. And so it just recommends streamers in the same game of the same viewer count. It takes nothing into account of any of the tags that they use, of the types of viewers that they have, right? And it's all like, you got Amazon back in it, right? They have a search system in place that will advertise you anything. You could be thinking of a product for 3 days and not know what the product is, and all of a sudden you look on Amazon.com and there it is.
Yeah, that's my life.
So they can come up with some better way for recommendations beyond just like, I want to personally search for a tag.
Yeah.
Right? If I want certain types of streams or certain, personalities.
How do tags work?
Honestly, I don't know, because they changed them at one point. They used to be just basically like a filter function, but I think they changed them.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
So, anyway,
would a filter function of tags? Well, I guess I don't know. There's no easy answer.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like the implied reason that Twitch did not create these tags for a long time was that this was a thing. And so if they were going to release them, they should have built something up beforehand, because they clearly knew that it was going to be an issue. Now, I don't think that these tags should necessarily go away, because they let people say who they are, right? They can, like, there are many great tags out there, right? You can say that you are LGBT. You can say that you're a safe space for LGBT. You can say that you are Black, Hispanic, Chinese, any race, right? And those are great features to be able to say that you are those. But it's also one of those things that it's just like, it becomes it becomes just a scope for a lot of people to do hate raids and targeted attacks. So I think I feel like tags should not be searchable. They can be put on by the person, right?
Yeah.
But they should build out some kind of algorithm, because Amazon can do that, to start suggesting certain types of content, right? Based on these tags.
Exactly. I just have a comment real quick for Panzer saying that some problems are simply not solvable or not easily so without creating new ones. But that's like, they're literally parts of a business that is their job. Yeah. Like doing the PR for a business. Because you're not going to get it perfect on the first try. I get that. But you also have to learn and adapt with how you just have to adapt with what everything is like right now.
Yeah.
And Rooster brings up a great point, Hitman.
No, so I don't know. It's just, I get what you're trying to say, right? If it's just going to create more problems, why try and solve it? But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try and solve it, because the new problems may be less bad than the current problem. And also, you could solve the new problems, and while it may domino effect continually, Amazon has money to throw at it forever. They bought Twitch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They also bought everything that came with it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, like, we are own, like, of course it's their job, but if it's not solvable, it's not solvable. but we don't know that it's not solvable. And like Chandler's saying, they have enough money to throw at this problem that like it's we can't stop at it's not solvable when it's just flat out bigotry. So we just can't. We just can't leave it at that.
And at the end of the day, a solution may come from viewers and streamers and not the company. It may be everyone abandons the platform. You know, that's the thing is, if the company cannot create a solution within their bounds and requirements for their software, everyone will abandon the platform.
Yeah, exactly. And that could be the solution.
Yeah,
I hope it's not the solution.
It's not great for Twitch, but that may be better for all the streamers.
Yeah. Like with Tim the Tatman going to YouTube, that was what worked for him. That's what his solution was. He's moving platforms because that's what's best for him. Ninja went to Mixer because they gave him their left butt cheek to sell on eBay.
Because he doesn't have to worry about a single thing for the rest of his life now. His family is completely taken care of now.
You know, exactly. That's so Twitch is going to do what is best for. Sadly, they're going to do what's best for Twitch, but we're just hoping that is also in the best interest of their users.
Yeah.
And you have to be a little optimistic about it too, because if you're not, then it's just going to eat away at you.
Anyways, it's people need to stop being complete butts online.
Yeah.
I mean, in person or online.
But yeah, exactly.
It's you just you hope it doesn't continue. So.
Yeah, it's just sad. Like honestly, like here's the thing though, like the answer is easy. It's just people need to. Well, I think Panzu. I don't think that's really the attitude to have because she's
and also
they're still a user. Yeah,
that was the purpose. It was just saying that if companies care about the consumer more than they care about bottom line.
Yeah.
First off, they generally get more profits because more people buy from them, but also
exactly.
Or use their service, but also it's we're not trying to start arguments. It's fine to have a conversation, having different opinions, definitely. But let's not be argumentative about it. Let's not just like jab and say, "Well, you do this then."
Yeah, that's really.
Rooster, your idea is riddled with legal consequences.
Your idea, I think I've played that game before, and it didn't go too well.
Well, yeah. I know that we certainly aren't 47, right? That's his number, right? I think.
Yeah, age of 47.
But anyways.
It really is an excellent game, sorry.
Yeah. That's my take on the thing is it sucks. It's aggravating that it's happening. Twitch needs to do something about it. Because if they don't, people will leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Like at the end of the day, as much as we as a collective, right, don't agree with some things that Google does and some things that Facebook does.
Yeah.
And part of it is because there is less people on it. I feel like YouTube and Facebook is a safer platform in terms of the bad things that happen, right?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily financially safer. That is dependent on each individual streamer. But
yeah,
from the protections given to the people, I feel like it is a bit better.
Yeah. I don't really, also sometimes the features.
Yeah, it's true. There are some nicer features on both, so.
I remember when YouTube had the.
I know I have to go to work. I have to work in an hour.
Do we need to start wrapping up?
We'll wrap up here in a second.
How much PLA do you have?
A lot.
Good.
In fact, I have 3 rolls at the top shelf. Let me move other side. 3 rolls on the top shelf, and then another 9 on the bottom shelf, and then 1 on the spool.
What printer is that?
Good question. Monoprint Mini.
Oh, okay. I almost got that one.
It's nice.
I have an Ender 3, not a Pro, but it's got some leveling issues. I just need to have a space where I can set it down and not have to move it after every time I use it.
Yeah.
I really would like to be printing a lot more.
So. Anyways, I'm gonna go find the cat real fast. And I'll be right back.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole Twitch thing. Be right back.
I'll keep everyone entertained. Definitely. Oh, okay, he's gone. We all need to throw an insurrection. This is now my channel. Nobody rat me out. He has no idea. How's everybody doing today? Oh gosh, she's back so fast. Kitten!
Hello, Palm.
I would throw a palm in the chat, but I don't have.
There you go, bud.
Let's see. I don't have the palm emote anymore. Yes, the palm. Palm derp.
Alright, you clearly want down and out. I will let you out now.
Palm hay. Sheesh. Sheesh with the palm hay. Oh, so Tim the Tatman moved it's been almost like a week now. Oh, it's been 4 days. Okay.
Yep.
I miss him playing CSGO, dude.
That was a while ago.
I know. It was like years ago.
Years and years ago.
I'm just glad he's not playing Fortnite anymore.
Yeah.
Personally. I have nothing wrong with Fortnite. It's not really something I watch.
Yeah. So, anyways, we should probably wrap up.
Yeah. I need to eat some num-nums.
I do too.
Thank you, friends, for tuning in. We love you. We're glad we got to talk to all of you today. And we hope to see you next time. We'll be sending out alert, of course, before we start the true episode 1. Thank you for tuning into this pilot episode. This has been a lot of fun, actually. I've enjoyed talking to Llama, Panzu, Rooster. Even the Rooster wants to stick a Hitman on all the haters.
Go full Hitman.
Oh my gosh, yes, there is a Discord. Chandler, tell them about the Discord.
Yes, there's a Discord. Although that one I think is no, that one goes to the Nostalgiathon Discord.
Yeah.
And if you go to that, it
oh gosh, I accidentally launched it.
Well,
there we go.
You'll get updates from us as we do stuff. Yeah. There's people there,
come join and say hi.
To talk, hang out with. So you'll get info whenever we do things.
Yeah. Woo woo.
Alrighty. Well, we should take off.
All right. Bye, friends. We love you.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.